Major breaking news. The Prime Minister of Somalia responded to the remarks made by Donald Trump that Somalia is garbage. Somalia as a nation stinks. You'd believe the Prime Minister of Somalia went ahead and said, not every insult requires an official reaction. Or rather, sometimes there are things that you simply let pass. But I literally think Donald J. Trump is xenophobic to black people because since he got into power, early this particular year, he has been into black people who are in the United States. He has been into Africa so much, giving Africans restriction not to go to the United States, banning nations across Africa not to get into the United States. But according to my analysis as Natasha TV, I can literally tell you that Africa is one of the richest continents on earth. But because we have leaders who are puppets, are making us think that Africa is the poorest nation because our leaders keep on relying on this Western nation so much. Imagine. But if you literally sit down and do your simple analysis, these Western nations are the one that needs us. We don't need them. They need our resources for them to progress. They need everything from Africa for them to continue with whatever they are doing in their nations. But they're the same people who keeps on calling Africans poor, who keeps on banning Africa from visiting their nation. But at the end of the day, if we literally sit down and work on ourselves and rely on ourselves and try to fix our economy, then the people who will actually come in Africa to look for greener pastures, not us going to their nations. We should fix our continent first, starting from the leaders who are above.
So we have some major breaking news. The United States of America President Donald Trump has just said that they are going to evict all the Somali people living in the United States of America. According to how he was speaking in the cabinet, he said that Somali is not even a country. It is where people are just fighting and killing each other. And in fact, he said that the Somali people are not even good people. He said that their country stinks. You can imagine the statement from the United States of America president. And he said he can speak about so many other countries. But for now, they have to remove the Somali people from the United States of America. This is barely 6 hours ago. And I just want you to listen to his speech the way he said. Just listen for yourself.
Which is barely a country. You know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. There's no structure. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I can say that about other countries too. I can say it about other countries too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point.
Trump has launched a scathing attack against Somalis in Minnesota. He said that the Somalis in Minnesota contribute nothing. He said 88% of them receive benefits and they contribute nothing. He said that all they do is complain. He said that the Somalis in America are garbage. He said Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman, was garbage. He said that he doesn't want Somalis in his country. And this is actually quite dangerous for people who are Somali because ICE agents have been sent to deport people who are Somalis, irrespective of whether they have documents, whether they're law-abiding citizens. It doesn't matter because ICE agents are looking for anybody that is Somali and they are being deported. He said he is going to deport them back to Somali because he said that all they do is complain. And I didn't realize complaining was against the law. So he said all the Somalis do is complain and he doesn't want them in his country. He said that some people are going to view that as not politically correct. Yeah, that's my Kikuyu accent coming out. So he said that people might think that what he's saying is not politically correct, but he said that he doesn't care. All he wants is to get rid of the Somalis. Now, Africans are in peril in the United States of America. Now, if you haven't already made arrangements for what would happen if you were to get sent back home, I would suggest if you go to property, you start selling it and you start making your exit plan because America is going to get very, very dangerous. The way those ICE agents have been arresting people is actually very distressing. Children in schools, even white children and black children and Mexican children and Hispanic children are all terrified because these agents are just coming out of nowhere, beating up people, grabbing them, and then just deporting them. Some people, like there's an American guy I saw who was deported to like Venezuela, and he's not even from Venezuela. They're just deporting you to any country. So if you are African, just start making arrangements for you to leave the United States of America. This is not a drill.
Trump is calling for the deportation for Somali people, and he is sending ICE into the Somali community. Black people, you might want to sit this one out. Even though you can look at the Somali people and see that they have black, brown skin, you cannot tell them that. They say they don't look like black people. The culture is different. They don't want anything to do with blackness and black culture. They do not fuck with black people, and they get mad if you call them black. And the sad part is, this is deeply rooted. They are taught this shit in the churches, in their communities. Just take a listen to how they talk about black people.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, or most of them, were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا. أبناء الزنا. Why? Because man, he has to give up the seed. And because the marriage will limit them, they will go from one to another to a third.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs.
Are you guys black? Are Habesha people black? I would consider.
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it.
Somalis are not black. There's a difference between African and black.
Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage.
Now, I'm not saying all Somalis feel like this. And I'm not saying that what Trump is doing is right. All I'm saying is, I'm going to just sit this one out. Do what y'all want. But let me know what you think in the comments.
Majamaa, kuna mjesi fulani ajulikana kama Farama Alim. Man nikinala huko Kenya sana sana wapi uko distant. So huko stato wasonjo sahi Trump anasema ni aje wachujwe. So man ajulikana kama Farama Alim amesema wale maboko wako states, mawarika wako states lakini wamechujwa. Wanza kama wapi hapa Kenya tutawa accommodate kulingana nani na Farama Alim. Bulanda.
Mulanda, kama mtu mwanapitia hii siasa ni Gachagua. Paka huko Amerikano wanamuita ni Olympic. Yaani wakimbiaji wanaingia Amerika na wanatoka na Trump anaangalia tu. Gachagua alienda Amerika, suspend Ruto asionekana Amerika. Hebu angalia.
Just do the right thing. Impose sanctions on William Ruto as a person never to come to America.
Lakini cha kushangaza leo Gachagua mwenyewe mambo yake yenye aliongea huko Marekani maangaliwa ni kama ilikuwa upuzi. Ruto mwenyewe tena maambiwa amekaribishwa tena Marekani kama guest mgeni yani wa
President of Kenya. We have the Olympics here. You know, they do very well in the Olympics, those runners. I don't know what the heck you do with those runners, but they are very good. I've been watching them for a long time. So we have the Olympics coming to the United States. You know that. Thank you very much. And you'll come as our guest.
Somalis destroyed their country through civil strife in the 80s. And that country has never been the same. A country that was running well, democratically. They had clan wars, and that country was destroyed. And they became refugees. And most of them found their ways into Kenya, and out of Kenya, they got a clear passage to the USA, and they were settled in Minnesota, America. But what they've been doing is, say, for the last so years, they've been found in a scandal that has milked America more than $1.7 billion US. And the president of the US is pissed off with Somalis. Now he wants them out of the US. He says he don't want them. And so it's very important for a country like Kenya to safeguard our unity and to prepare ourselves to face differences. That's a key statement right there, because our differences they pale considering what would happen if we find ourselves in a situation whereby we don't have a country that we call Kenya. Listen to what Donald Trump is talking about Somalis, and he's on his way to kick them out of the U.S. Asanteni.
Go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country.
Breaking news, Somalia has responded on Trump remarks. So this is after Trump called Somalia garbage, that they are stinky, that they need to go back to their own country. He continued saying that Somalia, they don't contribute anything in USA. They just stay there and make the country worse. He said that there is a reason why Somalia is like that, and the reason why they are running away from their own country, and he don't want them. So Somalia has responded, and they saying that people, they are making big deal out of this, that this is Trump. Trump has insulted different countries in Africa, like South Africa, Nigeria. This is not a big deal, and we are not going to make a big deal out of this. Can you imagine this? After being called garbage, and you are okay with this. So Somalia, they say that they are okay with that, and they are not going to make a big deal out of it. Somalia, they have been blocked from USA. They cannot apply for a visa or even a green card. USA, they don't want Somalia anymore. So it seems like Somalia, they are going to go back to Kenya. So there is a lot of Somalians in Kenya, and they are welcome in Kenya. But they have to change, because they've been doing a lot of different things, very bad things in Kenya, but they are all welcome in Kenya.
Breaking news. Sasa Amerika. Amerika imesema Wasomali watoke huko, waende kwao. Waende kwao. Watoke Amerika. President Trump amesema Wasomali wote watoke Amerika, warudi nchi yao. Nchi yao haiko sawa. Waende wapiganie huko kwao. Wanazaleta hata magaidi Amerika. So amesema waende kwao. Na sisi huku Kenya tunasema Wasomali wakuje. Hata tunawapea ID. Hata kuna MP ameonekana akisema hata kama Msomali ako na 8 years atafute ID. Atafute ID. Sasa wanatukalia vibaya sana hata sisi nchi yetu. Trump alisema lazima Muamerika kwanza afaidike, ndio mtu mwingine akuja afaidike. Kenya ni opposite. Msomali afaidike kwanza, ndio Wakenya wafaidike baadaye. Hii mambo hii. Kenya ni opposite ya Amerika. Kenya inasema Msomali afaidike kwanza, Mkenya afaidike baadaye. Haya.
Sijui kama umeona Ruto akitoa speech mbele ya Trump venye ako nervous. Yani kama wewe unaambiwa utoe speech mbele ya chief, utatense. Utakuwa nervous. Unasikia ile kasauti kakulia ndo anataka kutoka. Hivyo ndo alikuwa anaongea sasa. Hivyo. Yani hayuko comfortable. Unaona? Kuna venye akili yake inamwambia this guy is bigger than me, hivyo hapo kikosea. Anyway.